Hi, this is Wolf from inIW.net. I'm going to give you a quick overview and introduction to the TP2Me system that we're launching. This is going to be really useful for the marketplace for merchants to set up, really quickly pick locations for stores or departments or other locations, or for people to use on the new places directory that's coming up for venues. But it stands in its own right as a really useful product because it kind of works as a better alternative to landmarks. You know from experience that if you give somebody a landmark or even a SLIL or ISL or whatever, and then you move that destination, then obviously all of that is out of date. So this network serves to keep all of those things up to date, as well as acting as something really, really simple for you to maintain and look after where your destinations are. So probably the easiest thing to do is just get straight into the demo. I've set 4 up already on these little markers here. We've got a blue one, a red one, a green one, and a white one. We're going to set up a purple one as well, just to show you how easy it is. So you get a TP2 pad. Those come in individual packs or in packs of 4 or 10. So all we do, it comes up and asks us for a code and a description. So the code needs to be unique, and that's unique on the grid, not just unique to you. You'll see why in a minute, but the code effectively acts as your destination, as your landmark. So I suggest you prefix it with something that's unique to you, your initials if it's a personal landmark, or the company initials or something like that. So my WolfTech ones, for example, all begin with WTK and then a hyphen. So you've got 20 characters to come up with a code with, and you can use letters, numbers, and hyphens. So it doesn't matter how you put it in, it will always be changed to uppercase. You don't have to worry about what case you type in. So we're going to call this one Demo Purple. Okay. And submit, and then we're going to set a script description on it and say purple demo. Okay, we submit that. So we check that we've got a valid code and a valid description. It'll tell you if they aren't valid, and then we activate it. Now that's that simple. All we did was a code and a description, and that set that up. So if we now go over to one of these other very distant locations, could be on another region, could be anywhere on the grid really, and we're going to set up a TP stick. So here's our TP2 sticks. Now these are what you would put in other locations. They're the things, you should be fairly familiar with those, signs and sticks and whatever, and you can redesign this to look how you want. But will take you to a destination, so it could go in a satellite store or an outlet or something, or a public location to teleport somebody to your store or venue or whatever. So they're again really, really easy to set up. Just edit, and you change the name, take the blank out, and you put in there the code that you set up on the other one. So we had demo. Again, it doesn't really matter how you put it in the case, it'll change it, but let's put it on an uppercase so it's easier. Demo purple. Okay, so set that, and then all we do is click to activate it. That goes off, it checks on the database, make sure it's your code, you can't put somebody else's in, and make sure it's a valid one, and then it sets the text, and that's what your description was for. When you set the description on the other one, it appears in a couple of other places as well, so it wants to be something brief, up to 30 characters, that just sort of says what their destination is, and it adds the teleport to bit for you. So just to check it, we click it, gets the map, teleport to it, and we land on our brand new purple pad. Okay, so that is setting up the TP2 pad and the TP2 sticks. You could pick this stick up now and just res that one out as it is. You can tell in your inventory which one it is because it's in the name. That's where you put it. And you could just res that out in other locations and you wouldn't have to set anything. It just works straight away. So that is the basics of a teleport network. Now, lots of people do teleport networks and most of them work out cheaper than ours does. However, there's a few things that make this stand out. One is the network that it runs on in the background. It runs the same network as the marketplace, which is what they call multi-tenanted. It's in lots of different data centers. It uses 2 different databases, again, in different data centers to make it as incredibly robust and fast as possible. Now that has a lot of advantages. It means that we can run a network on this, which is very, very fast at what it does. So if we pick this up and move it, and this is where it starts showing the ease of use on it. I'm going to move it over there, and if we watch that TP2 pad, there you go, it's just flashed. Now what that flash was is to say that it's detected that it's been moved, and it will have automatically got in touch with all of the remote devices that are out there. So like our TP2 stick over here. So if we hop back over here again, oops, spin the camera around and make everybody dizzy. So if we imagine that we're in our remote location, I'm going to turn the interface sounds down because it's pretty loud at the moment. Okay, and if I click the TP2 stick now and teleport, it takes us to our new location. So within seconds of moving the pad, and you can pick it up and put it in a different region, you don't have to drag it. Whenever you need to update your location, all you do is move where that pad is, and within seconds it just updates everything for you. Okay, so it's really, really that simple. Okay, there's a couple of other bits and pieces that come with it. One is that you get a web link. Now again, the web link will always stay up to date. It's really, really easy to remember. If we hop over to Internet Explorer, TP to me is actually the domain name for this. So if we go up here and we put in tp2.me/, and then all you have to put is the name of that location. So demo purple. So you can give that link, the tp2me/demo-purple, to anybody. You can put it in a note card, you can put it in social media, you can put it on blogs, you can put whatever you want. And people just put that in as a domain. It redirects at the moment through to the map. We're going to add some more features to that in time, but for the time being it takes you straight to the map. You click on that as usual. You get the familiar clunk in the background, tells us that InWorldz has got something to tell us, and there it is. That's all blank because this region hasn't been set up to do anything else at the moment. But if we open the map to teleport, or just click the teleport link there, it takes us back to our purple one. Now if we move this over there again, and again we'll wait to see it flash, usually sort of 15 to 20 seconds or so. There we go, that's flashed. And now I'm going to go back to Explorer and put in that link again, tp2.me/, it's in the history there, demo purple. Okay, takes us to the map. Teleport. Wait for the sound. Back to there, teleport. And it puts us in the new location. So that link will always stay up to date as well. So that's one of the cool things. It's really useful having that. Teal and I have been testing this system, and having that link to put even in note cards in InWorldz is incredibly useful, because they'll never have to be updated. They'll always be up to date with the latest location, which is a godsend if you're moving stores and stuff around. And the last little bit on this is the option of the teleport boards. Now this is a free extra. It's free because you have to pay for the teleport pads, and we don't think you should have to pay for the teleport boards as well, since you can only use our teleport pads with them. So if you were going to set up a teleport network with a board, it's going to cost you however many pads to get started anyway. They're cheaper the more you buy. Again, what you're paying for is that network in the background. So we're going to put one of these out, and I'll show you how easy this is to set up too. So let's put ourselves a teleport board, and you put the master board out first, which gives us a flurry of quick reminders of how to do the various different things. We won't bother sort of reading through those for now. You can always get them back at any point by typing help into text. But let's let those disappear. In the meantime, we are going to resize our board, because I want to make this a square one. And then the next thing we want to do is set a texture on it. Now you don't just drag the texture on it, because the system needs to know the actual unique identifier, which is what's called a UUID for that texture, so that it can send it to the teleport boards. So what you do is you find the texture that you've uploaded, and this can be anything. It can be a neat grid of locations, it could be a picture with locations on it, could be a map, it could be anything, any way that you want to work it. In this case, I've created a really, really simple one. I'm going to copy the asset ID, and then all you type is, this is all in chat, setting the teleport board up, texture, and then you paste that UUID. Okay, and it immediately appears on your master teleport board. You can always tell the master teleport board because it's got floating text above it. So, okay, and then all we need to do with this is we're going to set our like clickable areas and match them to the codes that we already set up. It's really that easy. So I'm just going to do set demo red, and then all we need to do is click the bottom left and the top right. So get nice prompts in chat there. Bottom left, top right. That's done. Let's do the same. Set demo green. Oops, mouse slipping. There we go. Set demo blue. Bottom left, top right. I recommend, if you've got words, which you normally will have, I recommend leaving space around them when you click those zones. People don't always click on the exact words, but try not to overlap them, so don't have your words too close together. And set demo white. At any point you can check and see, there we go, which ones you've done by typing list, and that shows you. You can also see all of your TP codes if you need a reminder by typing available. Mine is full of all the TP codes for the official InWorldz birthdays event, because the teleport board's over there with using this system. So let's bring up the chat history so we can get rid of that for now. So once you've got them in there, and you can do them in batches if you're worried about losing your work, you can test it too, I should say. So you can click on any of these and it will come up and tell you in chat. You click demo red, let's close that. You click demo green, click blue, click white. Okay, so you can test them all. And then all you do when you're ready is just type save. Okay, so that comes up and it gives you this license code. Now you will need that, so we can copy this. Make sure you copy it carefully. It's also in the description of the object, but don't copy it out of there really, unless you miss the text, because if you make any mistakes and edit this, you'll break the teleport board. There's a special code that effectively identifies this teleport master board, so the boards themselves know which one they're talking to. It's also got some security code in it to make sure other people can't copy your teleport boards and all sorts of other flashy stuff. So you need that license code because we've set the master board up. That was really easy. And now we're going to set the teleport boards up. Now the master board you would put somewhere in like a private location normally, and you don't have to leave it resed out, but it's probably better if you do so you don't lose it. I tend to leave mine up on my work platform. Nobody else can do anything with it, but if it was somewhere public, people might get confused thinking it was an actual teleport board. So here's our actual teleport board, the one we want our customers and visitors to use. So I'm going to make that square before I do anything else. And then I'm going to set the license code into the description there and click it. And there it is. That's how easy it is to set a teleport board up. You can copy that, just res another one out. You can rename it, take it with you, put it in your inventory. You can make it into a poster, you can add legs to it. It works on both sides. Or you can just blacken out one side if you don't want people to use the other side. So there we've got a couple of remote teleport boards. Okay, so yeah, you link those to other things, whatever you need to really. Now, this is all networked as well. So if we now move let's move our blue one. So let's take our teleport board, our teleport pad rather. We'll move that with its test area over there. If we watch it, there we go, it flashed. So that has now sent information back to the network again. And it takes usually sort of 10 to 15 seconds, certainly less than 30. So it really is a case of seconds. Let me see now whether it's got through yet. It should have done. Click to that and teleport. And yep, sure enough, it brings us to the new location. So your TP sticks, TP2 sticks, and your teleport boards will always stay up to date with the locations. It's even more clever than that though, because all of this is networked really quickly as well. If we come back here and make a change to our board, let's say we redefine the area that you can click on for the green area. So all you need to do to that, to replace it, is just set it again. Set demo green. Okay, and this time we're just going to make it the top left hand corner, like that, and save. Okay, gives you a license code every time, don't worry about that, you do need to change it again. Right, so again, we'll wait our 15-20 seconds. It could be done almost instantly, but it's certainly less than a minute. So let's try it now. If we click, we click anywhere else on that green, it says, sorry, it's not a valid location, please choose another. We click up here when we moved it to, it gives us the destination. So not only does it stay up to date with the teleport locations, but if you need to make any changes to the teleport board itself, so you put a new texture on there, you've added a new location or something, you move things around, whatever it is, whatever changes you make to the master board, within seconds that design and the mapping for where everybody clicks is also out on all of your teleport boards. So the whole lot is really, really fast and networked together. So we think it's a pretty cool system. It's going to be really useful for the marketplace and other sort of destination guide and a lot of the other services that we've got coming out after the marketplace, because there'll just be drop down lists for, oops, Wolfie's broken again, drop down lists for the different sort of TP2 locations that you've set up. So if you're setting up a store and you want to say what the landing point for that is, it's literally a drop down list and you pick it. You don't have to use this to do it. You can put in manual locations, but it's so much simpler to use this, but we're not forcing anybody to go down that route. You can put in manual locations if you want to. It does help support the network as well, financially, but yeah, if it's something that appeals, and we think it appeals in its own right, even if you've got one location, it's useful to have like a URL, a web location, which will always be up to date. But this wasn't meant to be a sales video, it was just a demonstration and introduction, so it really is that easy to set up. So that's it, that is the TP2Me network. Thanks for watching.